Welcome back, sweethearts, to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We are getting into the second part of episode 2 now. Apologies, still have allergies. I don't think they're ever going to go away until, honestly, until the weather finally decides it's going to stick with one temperature and go with it. Anyway, we are going to continue on. We're jumping into the trial now. So we are going to continue where we left off last time. So to catch everybody up to date, we discovered our boss, Maya Fey, had been tragically murdered at her office, and her younger sister, Maya, has been accused of it, and in an effort to not abandon Maya, we, Phoenix Wright, have decided to defend her. So, this is going to require all of our paying attention, all of our intelligence when it comes to the whole, the whole effort of defending. So, I hope you all are enjoying this series. I am having a ton of fun playing it. Yeah, it's overall, it's a good game. It's lots of fun. The voices are fun, the characters are fun, so I can't think of any reason why I wouldn't turn this into a full series. But for now, let's just continue on. So, let's pick up with the trial. Yes. Alright. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 1. Alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Oh, this must be Edgeworth. We need a voice for him. Oh, let's see here. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. How's Edgeworth? I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Let's see. Okay. So, Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Oh goodness, that's a very good map. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? And the cause of death. Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record, okay? Now, Detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Maya, can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Oh boy, here we go. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. Ooh, what's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know something of her sister's trick. All right, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Okay. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Oh. Hold on, just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes! Gah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. All right, hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. All right. So, we are going to examine this. Now, what was it? I'm going to read this again. After securing the suspect, examine the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Found a memo written in a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it the word Maya, written in blood. Lab test showed... victim's blood. Blood found on the victim's finger. Wait a minute. That's the thing. Before she died. The autopsy... Hang on. Didn't that say the autopsy? Death was instantaneous. That's...
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note? That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it! Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... No butting your way out of this one, detective. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Well, we got it the next day. Yeah, because he was tired, so the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Convenient! Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Ugh, smarmy bastard. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent. Oh boy, I can't wait to see.
Meow. Meow.
Little kitty.
Nyan nyan.
Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
Oh God. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aw, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room? I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fey and Company law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. Oh, I can't get over this music. Okay, here we go.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. No, I get that too. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. All right, what do we got?
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
Okay.
The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
Okay.
Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and hit her.
Let's see, let me go. Wait a minute. And the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Okay. So, she's identified the long-haired one. We're just calling her mousy. So, that seems significant to me, I think. Like, woman long hair being attacked by just the mousy girl just talking about how... Okay, Yeah, let's try this.
Hold it!
How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. No, he's not right. I question it because from that distance you couldn't tell. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
I'm willing to bet other things too. Maybe. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And you really can't tell her physique in that outfit anyway. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way that night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Okay, more testimony. Alrighty.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. Wait a minute. So, hang on. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Yeah, please do, because I want to go back over this, because I think I saw something. All right. I did see everything. I did. Victim, the woman, dodged the first attack, ran off to the right, and the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. That clock, that's it. That was it. Kind of statue-y clock. It's on record as being a statue, not a clock. That's the same thing we had again. So, there it is.
Objection!
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would have been over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... Because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of Fey and Company?
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fey and Company, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, we're not. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't... yeah. It couldn't have rung. It was empty. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... just take a look. Right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? Watch your tone there, Phoenix. It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Huh? Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Oh. Wait a minute. That's where we get that phone message again. Because I do remember reading that. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... here's... let's... see? Where was it? Clock isn't talking right now. Had to put the clockwork out. Yep, I thought so. Ah, nope, that's not what I wanted. There's selected and boom. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Woohoo! You have a girly phone.
Wait, wait. This isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Dun dun dun. Order, order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Oh, the detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Beep.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker, then? So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you, then?
If you could.
I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Oop, that was a loud beep. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
No, you didn't. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. This judge, this judge waffles back and forth more than the Eggo Company. Okay, so we know for a fact that she couldn't have seen that in the store because we know, yes, the witness claims she had seen it before. But this is directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well, then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before. Then present, Yep.
Take that!
It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... Oh, wait a minute. You heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. The wiretap. Well, that is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder clock was a weapon. The murder weapon was a clock. The wiretap.
Take that!
Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. I don't know if that would necessarily be admissible in court. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May? You were tapping the victim, Miss Maya Fey's phone, weren't you? Oh, sorry. Were you not?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Let's get out that again.
Take that!
I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me.
Again? What is it this time?
It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used your wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer?
It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal with the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant?
Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has the point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see you pull that off, wouldn't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, So, the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service? Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold? If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Ice coffee.
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Let's call the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to the calling of this witness. Condition: if Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? We're gonna have to accept the condition. All right, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. All right. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. All right. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved in the murder, Maya will be finished. Okay. Cross-examination. I am the head bellboy. I'll believe that. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot. That seems like... I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Hang on. Let's press.
Hold it!
Precisely 9 o'clock, then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock p.m. Wait a minute. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? That's exactly what I'm wondering. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guests. Okay, did it yourself, too.
Hold it!
You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. I am going to follow up on that if embarrasser is indeed French for kiss or if it's just him. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Oh boy, sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. I agree. Okay. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? No, we're gonna protest. There's gotta be something. Wait! Please wait! Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection!
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Let's ask about check-in, because I thought she didn't check in until 9. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, all right. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Huh? Excuse me. What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover there. What? What did he say? I knew it. What did you say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person?
Objection!
I object. I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... he asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ooh, angry face. You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Simple, it was... the man with Miss May. That's a lot of M's. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Oh, damn, we've got another day? Well, crud. I thought I was going to be able to finish this off.
Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there!
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see. But I got
a great lead in today's trial.
a lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
Okay. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. Victim dodged an attack that ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Okay, to be continued, huh? Wow. Well, we are just going to have to... we are just going to have to save that for the next time. We're going to save this, go back, hit escape, escape, escape. Hang on. All right. And go back to title screen. Yes. And we save this, so we're all good. All right. Wow, this story is getting more and more fascinating. Oh, I love this. I'm having such fun doing the voices. I'm having such fun solving all the puzzles. I'm loving this game. I'm so glad I've got it, and I cannot wait to continue on. But that is going to have to be for another time, because it is time to wrap this up, and I don't want this to go on too much longer. But again, I hope you guys are having fun. You're enjoying this. I hope so. I hope you get to enjoy even more, because I have decided I am officially going to do the entire series. I love creating all the character voices. So with that, I am going to leave it here for now. Thank you everybody for coming and watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out some of my other audios for ASMR, for sleep aids, for role plays, things like that. Check out my other Let's Play of Return of the Obra Dinn and Fran Bow. Let me know in the comments what you think of this, if you have any ideas about other games that you'd like me to do, and I will see you all in the next episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. See you next time, Tweethearts.